It's time for a volleyball match here. It's time for a volleyball match here on WCMP. Let's head to the court.
And good evening and welcome in, sports fans. WCMP Online here for the broadcast tonight, as we are video only for tonight's matchup. Final regular season matchup for these two squads, as we got a couple of games tomorrow night, and then that'll wrap up essentially what it sounds like will be the fall sports season in our local area, with the new edict coming out, basically stopping all fall activities, as well as restaurants and some other things as well. We're going to get ready for tonight's matchup between Hinckley-Finlayson and Braham, as the Jaguars play host to the Bombers here in Hinckley when we return on WCMP Online.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stay on track.
I'm Steve Schwartzbauer, your Edward Jones financial advisor. I'd like to help. Call me at 763-552-1100.
Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getthere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, saw, check. Drill, check. The rest of the tools, check. All right, let's get started.
Honey? Yes?
Where is all the lumber to build this shed?
The big box store was supposed to drop it off 2 days ago. Is it not out there?
Man, it's the chicken coop all over again.
Bill from work just built a sauna, and he said he went through Hinckley Lumber. Let's call them and see what they can do.
I'm on the phone with them now. They said...
Delivery from Hinckley Lumber. Where do you want it?
There would be great. Thanks.
All in a day's work. But for your next project, like fixing that ugly chicken coop over there, think Hinckley Lumber.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here for your WCMP sponsors. Want to thank everybody for joining on board not only tonight but also all season long. They've definitely been a huge boost to be able to help bring enough of these games to our local community for all of the flexibility that we've had to have, and the games that we've been able to broadcast for everybody not being able to make it to games just due to many of the restrictions or the changes that happen almost daily here in the state of Minnesota and really the world that we're living in at this time. Tonight's matchup, Hinckley-Finlayson and the Braham Bombers, an Old Great River Conference matchup between these two squads. Coming into tonight's matchup, Hinckley-Finlayson 3-5 on the year. They were 8-16 last year, 5-5 in conference play. Braham comes in 4-4 on the year. They were 10-18 last year, 5-7 in conference play. They have not played yet this year. This will be their first matchup and their only matchup, as tomorrow night is basically the end of the season for both of these squads. Hinckley-Finlayson won last year's matchup, the one and only matchup that they had, 3-1, and a little bit of an upset as Hinckley-Finlayson has struggled over the last handful of years with their volleyball program, but things are kind of turning around a little bit. They're playing a little bit better this year, had a pretty successful season last year, 8-16, those 8 wins, almost more than the last 3 or 4 years combined coming into last season. 3 wins this year over some pretty good competition. They've been competitive in a handful of games. Take a look at the kind of matchup between these two squads. Going back over the last 10, 11 years, going back to 2009, I went back through the record books. Braham has basically owned this matchup. Aside from the win last year for Hinckley, it has been 23 straight victories for the Braham Bombers over the top of the Jaguars over the course of the last 10 years. And as I mentioned, Hinckley breaking that streak last year, getting a win 3-1. Coach Kirsten Nelson hoping to be able to do more of the same tonight, be able to get another victory against a squad that she used to play for, actually, a Braham graduate in Kirsten Schneider, the head coach for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. She played years ago under the current coach for the Braham Bombers in Tammy Johnson. That'll be tonight's matchup. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the players involved in tonight's matchup when we return here on the pregame on WCMP.
Procrastination, the art of putting off today what we can do tomorrow. But when it comes to your retirement, time is money. Now's the time to get the help you need with retirement planning, probate avoidance, wealth transfer, tax issues, guaranteed income, and so much more. Todd Schoberg at Schoberg & Holmstrom Financial Services in Mora has over 25 years as a safe money advisor and retirement planner. For more information, go to schobergholmstrom.com. Stop procrastinating and start planning for the retirement you deserve.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Braham Ford is celebrating over 84 years of friendly hometown service and sales of F-Series trucks. It's ties like that have made the Ford F-Series America's #1 brand of truck for over 40 years. And when it comes to safety, the truck that leads the pack is the high-strength, military-grade aluminum body Ford F-150. This season, bring over 40 years of tradition to your next tailgate party. Find your next Ford at Braham Ford or online at brahamford.com.
MHealth Fairview brings world-class care to Pine City. With us, you'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries, combined with convenient care close to home. In Pine City, our dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment, or visit fairview.org/Pine City. And if you're hurt or ill when the clinic is closed, turn to MHealth Fairview Urgent Care in North Branch. Find your doctor at fairview.org.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
At Town & Country Insurance, we recognize the value of teamwork and believe that hard work pays off both in sports and in life. We wish all the athletes competing this season good luck and encourage you to put your all into practice today to achieve victory tomorrow. Trust in teamwork. Trust in tomorrow. Contact Town & Country Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at towncountry-ins.com today for all your insurance needs. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
D&D Heating and Air Conditioning, the go-to company for your Amana heating and air conditioning needs. D&D Heating and Air Conditioning provides quality workmanship and superior service with professional, dependable, and knowledgeable technicians for your complete heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality products and systems. That's their promise to you. Now scheduling into 2021. Find D&D Heating online at deheatingcooling.com. D&D are here to answer all your HVAC equipment and indoor comfort questions and needs.
Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Braham Bombers. So glad you could join us for tonight's matchup. My name is Andy Beckstrom. I'll be on the call for tonight's broadcast. Taking a look at the two teams as we get our starters announced out to the squad, or out to the crowd here in Hinckley. Some of the players that are going to be keys for each team tonight are going to include, for the visiting Braham Bombers, they're going to be led by Adelia Pearson and Ashlyn Giffrow. Also, Ella Kunke and Brinley Sunmeyer in the middle. But Ashlyn Giffrow is really one of the biggest keys as she has been absolutely dominant over the course of the season as a youngster coming into this season. Kind of on the radar to a certain extent, but at the same time, when you come in and you're able to do what she's been able to do as a sophomore, it's definitely something that people maybe took notice, but when you get to this varsity level and you can do what she's been able to do, quite impressive. So we'll definitely keep an eye on Giffrow as well as Pearson for the Braham Bombers. On the flip side, the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, really the key for everything they do is going to start up front with Riley Krieger, their setter. She is a tremendous setter and really puts the Jaguars in a good position more often than not throughout the course of a night. Their big hitters are going to be Grace Balut and Emily Staffney. Grace Balut, I should say, is very consistent, gets a lot of stats, and puts away a lot of kills. Grace Balut is probably one of the most athletic, talented people in the entire conference and the region, but sometimes gets a little bit kind of iffy as far as when she's gets her timing going, I should say. Sometimes the ball ends up going a little bit deep and hits it almost going up to a certain extent. Take a look at our starting lineups for the Braham Bombers. Up front, they're going to be going with Tessa Burmaster. She'll be their setter for the course of the night. Adelia Pearson and Julia Kunke. And in the back row is going to be Jody Baker, Ella Kunke, and Ashlyn Giffrow. Giffrow will start to serve as Ella Kunke comes off. She's replaced by the libero, Jenna Bostrom. Will take over for her. On the other side of things, it's going to be Jen Ledger and, Jana Leger, as well as Michaela Ammerman, Grace Balut, Emily Staffney, Kennedy Cessna getting the start tonight. As the libero comes on for them, Kendra Bevins, the libero for the Jaguars, as the ball is in play, and it's sent across on the near side now by Cessna. And we get a call. It's going to be the first point. It's going to go over to the Braham Bombers. We'll keep an eye on that score, try to get that updated here for you as we go throughout the course of the night here on WCMP Online. And ball just a little bit deep on the far side. Hinckley will get it back, and we're all tied at 1 apiece here in the early going of game number 1. Set to serve first now for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars is going to be Emily Staffney. Fires this one across, up in the back row by Giffrow. Set into the middle, and it's going to be sent across by Pearson. Dug out by the Jaguars. Set far side. Balut comes wheeling up on it. Nice diving up by Giffrow. Put back into the middle and played back across by Burmaster on the far side. What a play. Scrambling after that one, being able to get that one in. Chance on the far side, and it goes in for a point by Grace Balut. Makes it now 2-1 in favor of the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Set over to the near side and right down the line. Trying to drive that one through is Julia Kunke. Julia, one of the Kunke girls. Julia tends to dominate to a certain extent on that front row. Ties the score up at 2 apiece here in the early going as it'll come back now for the Braham Bombers. Set across by Burmaster. Set far side. Krieger will put it on the hand of Balut. Up in the back row by Giffro. Burmaster sets near side. Bumped across by Kunke. Up in the back row by Staffney. Krieger puts it far side. Left hand across. It goes for Balut. And pushed up in the air and trying to push it across is Pearson, unable to do so. And it'll come back now for the Jaguars. Leading 3-2 here. Early going in the first set of tonight's matchup. Mentioned the 3-1 victory by the Jaguars last year as Legger sends this one into the net. In that 10-year span where Braham won 23 in a row, Hinckley-Finlayson had only actually taken 4 sets, not matches, just sets. Losing it 3-1 a couple of different times, but otherwise it really was all Braham all the time as that ball goes a little bit long. 4-2 is our score. Ball sent across up by Pearson to the back row, set over to the near side and pushed across on this near side by Elakunki, and it'll be returned wide on that far side, and Braham will get it back. Back to serve now will be Kunke. Sends this one across. Sidewinder goes to the far side. Krieger back sets near side. Balut trying to go down the line. Unable to do so into the net. And Braham takes the lead now 5-4 here in game number 1. Kunke sends that one across, but a rotational error on the Jaguars. Hinckley coaching staff double checking what the issue was or where the problem was, making slight corrections. Julia Kunke will continue to serve. Ashlyn Giffro now in the front row. Giffro and Sundermeyer in the front row is a pretty talented duo up front for the Bombers. Staffney bumps this one across up in the back row by Kunke. Burmaster will set near side for Giffro. Her first chance off a block, and it'll be a kill for Giffro. Able to put it off the hands and power it through for the kill. And Kunke will continue to serve. Sends that one across up in the back row. Set near side. Balut will push this one across. Up by Giffro. She'll get it right back on the near side. Bumps it down the line. And a little set kill, a little bump across the line is really all she did. And that's all it needed to be. She was leaning back a little bit, didn't have much to be able to swing hard at. Kunke will continue to serve. Jump serve comes across, and that'll be an ace. Julia Kunke with an ace. And a timeout called by Coach Snyder and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. 9-4 is our score here in the first set. We'll be back with more volleyball action when we return.
If you are looking for a new employment opportunity, you need to talk to Kevin or Todd at Morris Chevrolet Buick. Right now, they are hiring a lot manager. Responsibilities include cleaning and maintaining vehicles, moving and fueling the vehicles, and managing the overall quality of their lot. If you or someone you know is interested, stop by Morris Chevrolet Buick and talk to Kevin or Todd today. Start your new job with a new company that will treat you right. Apply today at Morris Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
Hand here in the Jaguar Dome, as I like to call it, depending on where we're at. Home of the Jaguars here, the Hinckley-Finlayson Gymnasium. Really nice field house that they have here in Hinckley, attached to the school, community center, and gym and everything. As that one's going to be an ace by Kunke. Another one misplayed on the far side. I want to thank all of our sponsors once again. Aquarius, Connecticut, Aurelius Manufacturing of Braham, and Braham Monument, among many others. We'll talk about them throughout the course of the night, I'm sure, as Giffro taps that one across, and into the net was Krieger. So it'll be another point as the points continue to rack up now for the Braham Bombers. That one sent across up in the back row by the Jaguars. Stetler puts that one up and sent across by Staffney. Near side now, driving that one is Giffro. Misses that one long, and finally breaking that streak. A little bit of a run there put together by the Bombers, and it'll come back now for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Back to serve is going to be Grace Balut. Comes up on it, sends this one across short on the near side. That'll be an ace for Balut. 11-6, Braham leads it here. Set number 1. Balut to serve, serves from that far side. Playing it across angle, back set over to the far side. Sundermeyer is going to put it down the line. Reaching after it is going to be Bevan, not able to get there, and Sundermeyer put that one in for a kill and get it back for the Braham Bombers. 12-6 our score. Jody Baker comes in to serve for the Bombers. Excellent defensive presence for the Bombers. That one's going to be an ace as it came down just in front of Stetler, unable to play it. Baker will have another opportunity now. Sends that one in, and it'll be played in the back row and returned back across by Ammerman. Set near side now for Giffro. Up over the top of the block, bounced around, and it'll be played across by Balut. A little pinball action on that set. In the middle it goes, and Kunke sends this one across. We get a whistle and a net touch on the Jaguars. Ammerman touched that one. And Braham will continue to serve. Now Baker set to put it in play. Sends this one across to the back row and played up. Balut will have to return it back to the middle of the court and sent across by Staffney. Up by Baker over to the near side now. Pushed across and short by Giffro. Also called for a double hit. 14-7 is our score. Dropping back to serve will be Bevins, the libero for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Serves left to right. Towards where we have the camera set up here in Hinckley. Drive by Giffro, and Giffro's got another one. That's her third kill of game number 1. And gets the ball back once again for the Bombers. They're getting 2-3 points at a time, and Hinckley will get it back, and they'll only serve once before they side out. So Braham taking advantage of the opportunities they got. Balut from the back row fires that one across, up by Boostrom. In the middle for Pearson. Dug out in the back row by Bevins. Set far side. Staffney's going to send it across. Kunke up now for Giffro. Tapped to the front, and Krieger couldn't handle it. She played it off the block, but she could not get it up in the air. 16-5, or 16-7 rather, for the Braham Bombers here in game number 1. Bolstrom sends this one across. Krieger into the middle. Balut from the back row, and long on that one. And Bolstrom, left-handed serve, will send it in once again. A little miscommunication in the back row, and it'll be another point for Braham as they weren't sure exactly what they were doing there as Balut bumps into Kennedy Cessna in the back row. And it'll be a point for the Braham Bombers. 18-7 is what they lead, and
the holidays are a time to reflect on what matters most to your family. And at Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, we have just the gift for your family and your home. Amazing worry-free water. Give your family spotless dishes, cleaner laundry, smooth, soft skin, and drinking water you can trust. And Aquarius Home Services can make the gift of a new Connecticut water system happen for 25% off. It all starts with a free water analysis. Go to ConnecticutMN.com and schedule today. Happy, safe holidays from Aquarius and Connecticut.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
Really Manufacturing, one of your Braham sponsors, jumping on board for tonight's game. Also have Hinckley Lumbershed, one of the Hinckley sponsors. Want to thank all of them for joining us for the matchup. Point goes to Hinckley-Finlayson. They get it back to their side. Finally breaking that tide, and that one be an ace. Krieger with the point will continue to serve. Hinckley-Finlayson's got to put together a little bit of a run now. Being doubled up on the scoreboard now, 18-9, set near side. Pearson puts it to the back row. Nice up by Bevins in the back row. Leaguer in the front row, can't get it. Just a little bit too long on the drive. Out of bounds deep on that one, and it'll be Giffrow to serve. Ashlyn Giffrow, the sophomore. Sends it, not a jump serve, but she hammers that one coming across. Set far side for Cessna. Down the line, dug out by the Bombers. Pearson to the near side. Kunke blocked at the net by Staffney. Tap back across by Pearson. Cessna couldn't handle it. And it'll be a 20-9 lead for the Bombers. Pearson usually really dominant as an ace comes across by Giffrow. Pearson, that was her first kill of the night so far. And after that, ace, a 21-9 lead now for the Bombers. And into the net. It'll be the Jaguars now trailing by 11. And whether you try to get a little bit of a run or you just go ahead and start looking towards the second game, try to improve on certain things and just move forward. You can mentally start doing that with volleyball a little bit. Nice dig by Staffney up into the rafters, but the Jaguars unable to track it down. What a track by Staffney to be able to get there. Kunke will get the point, but what a shot on that play. (22-10) our score, up by Ammerman on the serve. Set far side, Balut will come up on it. Try to go down cross court, but caught the top of the tape. And it'll be the Bombers looking to almost serve it out here. Burmaster to serve. Up by Balut. Balut calls for it again. Cross court to the near side. Kunke up with it. Kunke's got to get back up. Tries to push it across. And whether it hit the top of the tape or whether it was blocked by Cessna doesn't matter so much as it ends up being a point for the Jaguars. In to serve for the Jaguars now is going to be Sydney Krieger. Sydney Krieger, I did talk with Coach Schneider a little bit. Krieger, a very talented younger sister of the setter Riley Krieger, and kind of a tough spot as far as a good problem to have is a big drive on the far side by Pearson. Puts that one away. Now you got the two talented sisters, and both of them are setters, and so do you end up giving up playing time, or how do you even handle that? And it's always a tough challenge, a good challenge to have. As Pearson looks to serve out the game, that was going to be misplayed in the back row by Stetler, and that'll be an ace for Pearson to round out the game. Braham wins it 25-11 in dominant fashion. We'll get set for the second game and wrap up the stats from the first game here from the Hinckley Gymnasium when we return on WCMP Online.
Not every divorce or custody dispute requires a trial. In some cases, you can find a solution that works for both you and your spouse without going to court. Barry Law Offices can help you find that solution. Barry Law Offices has a qualified family law mediator on their team ready to serve you and your family. Everyone's situation is different. That's why Barry Law Offices work with you to put together an out-of-the-box solution for your family. For a free consultation, visit them online at barrylawoffices.com.
Monuments are everlasting commemoratives to show our appreciation for lives lived, moments given, and celebrations with loved ones. Braham Monument Company has helped countless families celebrate and commemorate lives and moments for over 110 years. So when you need them, they'll be there for you every step of the way with your monument selection. Check out their website at BrahamMonument.com and see for yourself the amazing selection they have.
What does that Ski-Doo feeling sound like? Yeah, it sounds a little something like that. And now you can get that Ski-Doo feeling during our Yellow Tag event on now. Visit Casual Cycle in Mora or online at casualcycle.com and get up to $1,500 off select 2020 Summit 850 E-Tech models. Offer ends November 30th, 2020. Restrictions apply. Customer offers vary based on credit worthiness. See dealer for details.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Kraft shredded or chunk cheese for $1.88. Get butter quarters for $2 for $4. Bakery Fresh dinner rolls are $2.99. And Best Choice Young Turkeys are 99 cents per pound with a $30 purchase. Limit 1 per customer. Deals are good this week only while supplies last, so hurry into your local grocery store. Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley as we get set for game number 2. Braham breaks their huddle. Hinckley having a little bit more of a chat on the far sideline to where we're located. Taking a look at the stats. Hinckley, not a lot going there. Grace Balut had an ace and a kill. Riley Krieger with 1 ace in game number 1. Braham wins game number 1, 25-11. They are paced by Ashlyn Giffro, 4 kills and an ace. 2 kills, 2 aces for Julia Kunke, 2 kills and an ace for Adelia Pearson. And a kill for Brinley Sundermeyer and an ace for Jody Baker. We're about set for game number 2 here in Hinckley. Reset the scoreboard here and get set for the next game here in Hinckley. Ball is up. Krieger will put it in play. Baker up with it in the back row as we're underway. Out to the near side. Leager tries to put it down, pokes it again once again, and it's going to be I believe it's roofing is what it's called, as Leager reached over the top of that to poke that one down. Braham gets the point on that one on a play that essentially was just a little bit too aggressive there for Leager. And that one's going to be an ace. Just drove right in there, right to the heart of the defense, right in the middle of everybody. Ace for Burmaster. Makes it 2-0. Returned by the Jaguars. Going into the middle for Pearson, and Pearson hammers that one from Burmaster. Set right into the middle, and she got all of that one. She was hopping, ready to go for that one before it even came up in the air. I thought it was going to be maybe a quick set, but... And that one's going to be an ace there, as diving after his Staffney, unable to get there. Another ace for Burmaster. Now makes it 4-0. The start for the Braham Bombers here in game number 2. Trailing 1-0. Krieger back sets over to the near side and trying to reach after it. Blocked it to net by Kunke. It was Staffney. Kunke will get it back, push it across. Up by Balut. Krieger puts it high for Cessna on the far side. Blocked, but Cessna got a piece of it. And I guess it just hit the top of the tape. I thought that it was blocked, but apparently it hit the top of the tape. 5-0 will be the start for the Bombers as Burmaster will continue to serve from right to left. Now it goes across. Fighting that one off is Balut, but it goes right up to the front of the net. Doble put her hands up there. I'm not sure if she touched it at all or not, but regardless, it came down immediately, and that'll be another ace for Burmaster. 3 already in the game. They lead at 6-0. Timeout on the court as Coach Snyder wants to talk about it. We'll be back here on WCMP.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stay on track.
I'm Steve Schwartzbauer, your Edward Jones financial advisor. I'd like to help. Call me at 763-552-1100.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
WCMP Online on our YouTube feed. Andy Beckstrom on hand here for all of the sponsors, as well as Hinckley-Finlayson and Braham Volleyball. Braham leads it 1-0, and they lead it 6-0 here in game number 2. Over for Kunke, fought off on the far side by Cessna. Thought maybe it was going to be a double hit, but not a double hit, and this time it's blocked at the front of the net, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hinckley ball. What a series of events on that one as Cessna did a great job just fighting that one off. Staffney will serve it for the Jaguars. Knuckleball comes across up by Doble. Burmaster into the middle for Kunke. Sends it to the back row up by Staffney, who's a tremendous defensive player in her own right as well. This one blocked at the net by Pearson, but she'll get it back. Tries to put it in the back row, and it's up by Leaguer. I don't think it'll make it across, and that'll be a kill by Pearson. Has got her second kill. It was a nice up initially in the back row by Bevins, but Hinckley unable to get it across the net. Krieger now trying to get around Cessna, unable to do so. It'll work essentially as an ace for Pearson, but it was mostly just a rotational issue on the Jaguars side. That one's going to be a straight ace as it was misplayed up into the crowd, and a 9-1 start for game number 2. Stick with us during the second game intermission, as we'll have the stats brought to you by Catholic United Financial. And get you set for game number 3. Set far side now to the back row by Balut, up by Pearson. Set into the middle now for Sundermeyer. Correction, yep, that is Sundermeyer. No, that's Doble. Number 9 is Doble. Doble and Sundermeyer look quite similar. Very tall and thin build. And number 9 and number 6, and so they sometimes I get them confused as well. Into the game now is going to be Stetler to serve as the Jaguars get it back. 9-2 is our score. Ball sent across, and it doesn't make it all the way across. Into the net it goes by Stetler, and it'll be Braham ball. Back to serve will be Julia Kunke. Serves from the middle right, not all the way to the right where a lot of people normally would. Set by Krieger. Nice back set back for Balut. Fighting it off was Pearson, but a big drive by Balut. Comes across. And that'll be a kill for Grace Balut. Cessna sends this one across. Nice up in the back row by Pearson. Braham's going to have to just push it across. Sent across by Doble. Set far side for Balut once again. Off a block, diving after it. Gift row. Balut. Correction, Doble able to return it. Balut on the far side goes with the tap right in the hands of Burmaster. Doble over to the near side, Sundermeyer rather. Staffney over for Krieger. Balut reaching for that one, able to get it across. Giffrow's going to send that one over. Ammerman up with it. And Staffney will bump it to the back row. Things slow down just a little bit as Burmaster sends it for Doble. Dug out by Staffney. Balut now to the back row and misses it long. And 11-3 as Baker comes into the game, replacing Brindley Sundermeyer. Baker sends that one across, up in the back row by Balut. Balut will get it on the far side, blocked, but it comes across, and Braham diving after it. Giffrow able to return it. Pushed over by Krieger. Giffrow gets it right back. Cross court up by Staffney. It'll be playable. Baker will play it. Burmaster sets into the middle for Doble, and Doble with the drive, and Doble with the kill. And from that middle hitter position. Baker will serve. Baker sends it across. Up by Bevins. And Balut kind of chopped at it more than swinging at it. It's a 13-3 lead for the Bombers. Baker continuing to serve. Sends this one across. Up by Balut. Bevins to the front row. Ammerman will just push it over to the back row. Up by Pearson, and it'll be tapped across by Burmaster. Nice up by Balut. Krieger sends it over to the near side. Giffrow will play it. Burmaster will play it back for Giffrow. Blocked at the net. Up by Burmaster. Giffrow taps it over. Good vision by Giffrow to be able to see that there was an opening on the court. Everybody was calling for it to slow down a little bit, but Giffrow could see that spot kind of open up a little pocket in the middle as the defense. She just taps it right into the middle there and is able to get the kill. Staffney returns that serve. Up in the back row by Pearson, pushed across by Doble, up by Balut, tapped over by Krieger. Up by Doble, near side now it goes for Giffro blocked it to net. Doble able to dig it off of the ground. What a dig by Kunke and Doble. Ammerman to the back row, and Ammerman will get a kill. Both teams really sticking with that play very nicely. And Ammerman eventually gets the kill. 14-4 as Balut will drop back to serve for the Jaguars. And that went up in the back row by Baker. Giffro now setting for Burmaster. A little bit of a reverse roll on that situation. Into the middle it goes. Ammerman taps it across. Diving up by Baker. I mentioned her defensive prowess. Very nicely done right there. Set far side and to the back row. And a kill for Emily Staffney. And that's something that Coach Snyder is going to be happy to see. Not only the kill, but also being able to have Staffney dialed in on that far side. Sometimes she's a little shorter, but she can jump out of the gym for sure. Up by Baker, set near side now for Giffro, goes down the line. Be up by Bevan, set into the middle for Ammerman, and she puts it to the back row. Played there by Pearson, set near side for Giffro. Blocked it to net by Ammerman, nicely. Doble set it back for Giffro, another opportunity, and that one goes off of the hands of Krieger and drops behind her. Kill for Giffro, but not for lack of trying. Just sometimes the block works against you a little bit as it goes off of the hands. Bolstrom will come in to serve left-handed now for the Bombers. Sends that one across. Up by Cessna, set far side. Driven across by Staffney. Dug out by the Bombers. Nice up by Staffney. Into the middle goes for Ammerman. Taps it over to the near side. Up by Giffro and sent across by Bolstrom. Cessna into the middle now. Ammerman. And Ammerman will get a kill. Goes off the block again. And stays on the Braham side. 15-6 as Hinckley starting to show a little bit of life here in game number 2. They still trail by 9. But we're only about midway through this second game. Ammerman will drop back to serve. Sends that one across. Bolstrom plays it to the back row. Sent across by Pearson. Up by Ammerman. See what Krieger does with this one. Far side for Leaguer. Goes down the line. It looks like there was a touch on the way through. So Leaguer will get the kill, even though it looked like it might be long. And Hinckley will continue to serve. Now 15-7. Braham still holds the lead. In game number 2. Braham won game number 1, 25-11. Sent to the back row and deep. It'll go back to the Braham Bombers, and it'll be Giffro to serve. Sends that one across. Nice hard serve up by Cessna. Krieger sets into the middle. Staffney will bump it across. Up by Bolstrom. Braham with an opportunity now. Pearson bumps it to the back row. Diving after it, Ammerman. And it was in. It looked like it was going to catch that sideline, and it did. Back to serve. Giffro will play it in one more time. In the middle, Staffney hitting middle this time. Now she switches to the outside. And it's going to be a kill just on a little tap across by Julia Kunke. Had 2 kills in game number 1. That's her first of game number 2. 18-7 they lead. Giffro to serve. Giffro drives that one to the back row. Up by Balut. Krieger will tap that one across. Dug out nicely by Kunke. Pushed across by Pearson. Over it'll go. Nice tap across by Staffney. It almost looked like she wanted to use essentially the way her body was flying to get the defense moving in one direction and then just continue to her hips all the way through to almost drag that one across and straight down on a little tap. Kunke will play that one across. Up by Ammerman. Krieger chases it down but pushes it too far. It goes across and Ammerman can't get back to the other corner. And 19-8 will be the score. Burmaster to serve, sends that one over, up by Ammerman. Krieger jump set. Staffney cross court. What a hit by Staffney. 3 kills in this game, and that's something, whether they got a comeback of epic proportions here in game number 2, that's something that I think that the Hinckley coaching staff and fans probably are going to be looking towards for more of in game number 3. That one tapped across outside of the antenna by Sundermeyer. Mason down 19-10. Continuing to serve in the back row will be Staffney. Across it comes Sundermeyer up with it. Tapped across by Burmaster, up by Balut. Balut calls for it back off the block, dug out by Bolstrom. Burmaster over to the near side. Kunke cross court. Missed it long. Tried to use every last inch of that all the way in that deep corner, but just missed it by inches. Staffney serves once again up by Giffro. Burmaster tripping over Kunke, able to get it across for Sundermeyer though. Leaguer sets his time now. Cessna pokes it over. Burmaster sets near side, and Kunke again misses that back sideline, trying to be able to go for that cross court. But that one, last one, she just hit it too hard and didn't have the right angle on it. That one hit almost going up and hit it lobbed over the top of everybody. No chance on that one at all. Staffney will hit now. In the middle it goes Bolstrom. Kunke sets for Sundermeyer, goes down the line, and Brindley Sundermeyer with the kill. Makes it 20-12. Braham looking to cap off a Game 2 victory. Put themselves in a chance to be able to win the final match of the year. Set far side for Balut. That one's going to go long, 21-12. Tonight's the only game on the docket for our local area, the only game we're broadcasting. Tomorrow we're going to have a whole pile of games, 4 games going on our various streams tomorrow. Sent across by Staffney. Back set Burmaster over to the far side for Sundermeyer, and just a little bit long on that hit. 21-13. Stetler will check into the game, replacing Leaguer. Join us for one of many games tomorrow. Volleyball with Pine City Malacca, as well as Onamia Ogilvie. I'll have the Onamia Ogilvie game. Then a pair of football games, Braham Deer River and Pine City Foley on those matchups. Set far side, driven across. Nice hard hit by Balut, and it sits at the top of the net. Nice job by Ammerman to be able to pull it off of there. Cross court, and it's going to be a winner by Cessna. Her first point of the game. Able to find the corner. 21-14. Stetler to serve. Wide over to the near side, and Giffro's going to play it up all the way over to the near side. Nice draw by Sundermeyer to track that one down. Quick set in the middle for Ammerman, and this time Giffro can't get it. And it'll be a kill for Ammerman. What a great job by Sundermeyer tracking that one down all the way over to the near side, up against the chair judge. But Ammerman does get it back and puts it away for her third kill of the game. Set far side, Kunke is going to run into the net. Momentum carried her just a little bit close. And now we keep an eye on Coach Tammy Johnson, because all of a sudden it's 21-16. Still a 5-point game, essentially a 6-point game to get a side out, but Stetler puts it to the back row and just a little bit deep. And that right there, folks, is why you don't take that timeout. And why I'm not coaching volleyball, aside from many other reasons, I'm sure. Julia Kunke will serve for the Bombers. Sidewinder serve up by Staffney on the far side. Set for Ammerman. Taps that one to the back row up by Pearson. Burmaster into the middle. Now Doble blocked at the net by Ammerman. And nope, it just hit the tape. Ammerman was in the area of it. And now Hinckley can make a little bit of noise again. Cessna will serve it for the Jaguars. A 5-point game, 22-17. That was going to be to the back row and an ace by Cessna. 22-18, a 4-point ball game. Kennedy Cessna, the junior to serve, sends this one across, up by Pearson. Burmaster sets for Giffro, goes cross court. Nice up in the back row by Staffney. Tapped across by Krieger, and Doble can't handle it. What a job by Staffney to be able to dig that one out, and Krieger just tapped it across, used the momentum of the ball itself to be able to get the kill. And now it's a 3-point ball game. Up by Kunke. Burmaster sets for Giffrow. Dug out in the back row by Stetler. Set far side. Balut down the line. Put a little change up on that one. And it's 22-20. Coach Johnson elects to play on. And again, this is where you wait at least the one more point, I guess you could say, as Cessna to serve. Now a 2-point game. 22-20. Up by Pearson. Back set far side for Sundermeyer. Into the net it goes, and it's a 1-point ball game. We play on 22-21. A 1-point game as Cessna looking to be able to tie things up here in game number 2. Now it comes across up by Pearson. Burmaster to the near side for Giffrow. Off the block up by Stetler. Set far side for Balut for the tie. Blocked in up by Giffrow. Set over to the near side now for Giffrow and missed. Played in the back row, and Ashlyn Giffrow gets the kill and pushes that lead, albeit for the moment, out to a 2-point lead. Jody Baker has been one of the most consistent players. Not flashy, but does all the right things. Kind of one of those take a charge type of players and does the little things, special teams type of player. One of those kind of things that every coach wants to have. That one goes up into the rafters. Hinckley trying to track it down, but they're not going to be able to get there. That'll be a kill for Giffrow and make it a 24-21 lead and a timeout for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. We'll be back here in Hinckley on WCMP Online.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getthere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand for Hinckley-Finlayson and Braham Volleyball. 3-5 against 4-4 in the final matchup of the season, with the governor's orders coming out in the last couple of days, essentially yesterday, but the last couple of days. With all of the closures of a lot of businesses, the youth sports is what we're kind of talking about and what's affecting us right now. To the back row goes, nice up, returned by Ammerman as it's 24-21 and set point for the Braham Bombers. Up by Staffney, quick touch across by Krieger, dug out by Giffrow, pushed across by Doble to the back row. Up by Staffney, Krieger sets far side and will be sent across by Balut. Up by Pearson, Burmaster for Giffrow for the win. Giffrow with the point and the Game 2 victory. Braham wins Game 1 25-21. They win Game 2 25-21. And take a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with the stats from the second game and get you set for the third set of the night when we return after this word from Catholic United Financial, a faith-directed not-for-profit company. If you're over age 65, then you need the backup insurance to Medicare. Get a quote and save from Denise Diggerstrom.
At Catholic United Financial, we've been part of the community for over 140 years. On a mission to grow the financial security of Catholics. For every step, for every journey, for life. If you're age 65 and older, make sure you have backup health insurance to Medicare from a member-directed, member-owned, not-for-profit. Catholic United Financial.
All right, saw, check. Drill, check. The rest of the tools, check. All right, let's get started. Honey?
Yes?
Where is all the lumber to build this shed?
The big box store was supposed to drop it off 2 days ago. Is it not out there?
Man, it's the chicken coop all over again.
Bill from work just built a sauna, and he said he went through Hinckley Lumber. Let's call them and see what they can do.
I'm on the phone with them now. They said...
Delivery from Hinckley Lumber. Where do you want it?
There would be great. Thanks.
All in a day's work. But for your next project, like fixing that ugly chicken coop over there, think Hinckley Lumber.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here for Braham Volleyball, as well as Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguar Volleyball, as they play host to the Braham Bombers, our final night of action for these two teams. Again, join us for a full slate of games tomorrow on our various feeds. Pine City Malacca Volleyball, Onamia Ogilvie Volleyball. I'll be on the call for that one. Braham Deer River Football and Pine City Foley Football in the final night of fall sports for our local area, with the youth sports being put on hold. Hopefully we can get back to a winter season and be able to see some more games a little bit later on. But for now, that'll be essentially the end of our season for the moment, at least for a month. I guess we'll reassess at that point in time, see what happens then. Giffro puts it in play and Leaguer into the net on the first opportunity, and Braham takes the early 1-0 lead right out of the gate. Braham won game 1, 25-11. They won game 2, 25-21. Hinckley was on a tremendous comeback, but just ran out of time. That hit goes a little bit wide by Staffney on that far side. Usually when she has issues, it's going long, but that one just wide on the far side, just too much of an angle more than anything, but good distance on it. Good hit. Giffro sends that one to the back row, up by Balut. Krieger sets in the middle for Leaguer, blocked at that one. She puts it right back across. Burmaster fights that one off, and it'll be sent across, up by Balut. Krieger, far side, running up on it, and trying to tap it across is going to be Gracie Olson, but can't get it to go across the net. Hits the top of the tape. 3-0 is the lead for the Braham Bombers. Gashlin Giffro will continue to serve. Giffro with 9 kills on the night and an ace. Set far side, Olson once again, and this one's going to be a kill for Gracie Olson. 3-1, Braham leads it. Staffney to serve it. Hinckley needs to win this game to be able to keep things going. Otherwise, that'll be the end of the match and the end of the season for both squads. Blocked at the net. Nice block by Leaguer. Kunke will get it right back. Goes over the top of the block. Sliding up by Krieger. And it'll hit the tape and go out of bounds. Nice sliding up by Krieger on that one to be able to at least give him a chance, but unable to get it all the way back across the net. It'll be Braham ball once again. Burmaster to serve for the Bombers. And that was going to be short and ace. Tessa Burmaster with the ace in game number 3. 5-1 is our score, and Braham's jumped out to big leads in both of the first 2 games, trying to do the same here in game number 3. That one a little bit low, but able to get a hand underneath it. Now on Balut, tried to hit that one from deep, and Pearson sniffed that one out. Blocked that one down, and with nobody right up against the net to be able to stop it. That'll be a block and a point for the Bombers. Set far side now for Balut. Drives that one across. Nice up by Giffro in the back row. Beautiful dig by Giffro. Up by Staffney. Set far side again for Balut. Another one dug out beautifully by Giffro and returned by the Bombers. Talk about Giffro's offensive ability. And now blocked at the net. Still an opportunity. Staffney and Ammerman, one of the two of them hit it across. Burmaster over to the near side for Kunke. Off a block. Up by Krieger, and now miscommunication as Leaguer and Olson looked at each other, and neither one of them reached after it to be able to hit it. Krieger had hit the ball initially, and so she's normally the setter, and a little miscommunication as far as who hits the ball second then when that happens. Krieger this time sets for Balut off the block, up by Giffro. Set near side rather for Kunke, and it'll be a kill for Kunke. Mentioned at Giffro before. We talked a little bit about the talent that Giffro has being able to hit the ball offensively, but her defensive prowess is why she plays all around the court. She does not come out at all. She plays all 6 positions, and that's something pretty rare, especially with a sophomore being able to have that level of talent. Usually it's one thing or another, but very, very talented player in Ashlyn Giffro. 8-1 is the lead for the Braham Bombers after that point. Timeout on the court. We'll be back on WCMP.
Procrastination, the art of putting off today what we can do tomorrow. But when it comes to your retirement, time is money. Now is the time to get the help you need with retirement planning, probate avoidance, wealth transfer, tax issues, guaranteed income, and so much more. Todd Schoberg at Schoberg & Holmstrom Financial Services in Mora has over 25 years as a safe money advisor and retirement planner. For more information, go to schobergholmstrom.com. Stop procrastinating and start planning for the retirement you deserve.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here for a Thursday volleyball matchup. Sports Thursday here on WCMP. Set near side, and Leager tries to go down the line. Off the block, dug out by Bolstrom. Into the middle it goes Pearson. Nice dig by Krieger to be able to get a piece of that one up by Staffney this time. What a play by Krieger to be able to get a piece of that one and into the net. It looks like one of the Jaguars touched the net, so once again, piling up for the Bombers here in game number 3. They almost maybe took exception to the win that the Jaguars had last year, as that one by Balut goes well deep on the near sideline. Burmastro continue to serve. Talked about it during the pregame a little bit that over the course of 10 plus years, it had been all Braham winning every single game throughout the entire time, winning 23 sets straight, and now Ammerman and I believe Krieger run into each other. Ammerman's going to have to come off, and we'll get a timeout on the court for the injury. We'll be back on WCMP.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Ammerman appears to be all right, just needs some gauze, maybe like a cut lip or something on the far sideline. So she'll come off for a few plays. Gonna let that heal a little bit. 12-1 is the score out of the injury timeout. Braham still with the ball. Burmastro set over to the near side for Kunke, and that one's going to be deep. Looked like it was going to drop for a second as it all of a sudden found weight as it was going across, but that ball ends up going deep on that one, and it'll be a 12-2 lead into the game for the Jaguars. To serve is going to be Carly Stetler, and now Joey Hopkins checking into the game for the Jaguars as Coach Snyder going deeper on her bench. Had to discuss through the replacement player. Usually Ammerman and the libero are the ones that switch out, so Joey Hopkins essentially takes her place. And that was going to be a nice sliding up by Bolstrom. Pearson gets it in her wheelhouse, and Pearson just dominates that one. Her first kill of the game, but they haven't needed much from her in this game. They lead it now 13-2. She'll drop back to serve. Sends that one across. Tumbling serve up by Balut. She calls for it back, and left hand can't get it across. 14-2. Braham leads it here in game number 3. Looking to try to, again, cap off a 3-0 victory over the top of the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. These two teams did not play yet this year. This is their first matchup. Giffro up within the back row. Burmaster, far side, and sent across by Sundermeyer will get a kill. Sundermeyer just had it on that edge and was able to get it across the net. Pearson now to serve. To the back row, and it'll be an ace, misplayed by Stetler. And a timeout called by Coach Snyder. Timeout on the court. We'll be back on WCMP.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Braham Ford is celebrating over 84 years of friendly hometown service and sales of F-Series trucks. It's ties like that have made the Ford F-Series America's #1 brand of truck for over 40 years. And when it comes to safety, the truck that leads the pack is the high-strength, military-grade aluminum body Ford F-150. This season, bring over 40 years of tradition to your next tailgate party. Find your next Ford at Braham Ford or online at BrahamFord.com.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom back on hand here in Hinckley as we work our way through game number 3, and that'll be an ace for Pearson, her second ace of this round of serving. Makes it 17-2. Up by Staffney, and Balut blocked at the net. Krieger will put it back for Balut. Left hand across with it, up by Kunke. Burmaster puts it into the middle, and the other Kunke, Ella Kunke this time, hits that one long on the far side. 17-3. Back to serve is going to be Gracie Olson for the Jaguars. Comes up on it, and that one's going to be wide on the far sideline. 18-3, a very dominant lead by the Braham Bombers here in game number 3. They won game 1, 25-11. Hinckley looked like they were going to get a comeback victory in game number 2. Ended up being 25-11. Kunke serves that one in, looking to continue that one, and a drive by Balut answers those questions. Gets her first kill, only the second kill of the game for the Jaguars as a whole. The other kill going to Gracie Olson. Set near side now for Giffro to the back row, and Balut got a piece of it, but couldn't get her hand up enough to be able to control it. And that'll be another kill for Giffro. That's 10 on the night for her. Jody Baker checks into the game, replacing Sundermeyer. Baker across with it, and an ace for Jody Baker. They say just put it in play, good things will happen. That'll be an ace for Baker as Stetler comes out of the game, replaced in the back row by Sydney Krieger. Talked a little bit about her a little bit ago, that talented player. So we have 2 full-time JV players that getting some major playing time here in game 3 between Sydney Krieger and Joey Hopkins. Hopkins got this opportunity in the middle, sends it across, dug out by Baker. Over to the near side now, Giffro across court, and Krieger can't get it. Kill for Giffro. And it's a 20-4 lead. Baker continues to serve. Cross up with it to the front row. And Braham will just play it back. And down the line, another kill for Giffro. Third kill of the game. 21-4 is the score for the Bombers here in game number 3. Looking to close out a 3-0 sweep of the Jaguars and finish off the regular season. This one hammered by Staffney, dug out nicely in the back row though by Pearson. Returned back by Giffro. Another opportunity for the Jaguars. Staffney blocked at the net, and then Hopkins and Krieger kind of bumped into each other a little bit. 22-4. To the back row, up there by Olsen, and into the chair official it goes, so it'll be an ace for Baker again, and her second ace all the stats on the Braham side. We'll talk about the stats during the post game. Nice sign as Ammerman checks back into the game, replacing Hopkins. Ball comes across, up by Staffney. She calls for it back, goes down the line, goes off a block, dug out by the Bombers. Pearson over to the near side. Correction, Burmaster over to the near side for Giffro. Dug out in the back row by the Jaguars, and Staffney hits that one into the net. 24-4. And we'll get one more timeout here on the court. That'll be it in a 25-4 victory. I had to score off by 1. 25-4 is our final score here in Hinckley. That'll wrap things up. We'll come back for the post game where we return on WCMP.
MHealth Fairview brings world-class care to Pine City. With us, you'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries, combined with convenient care close to home. In Pine City, our dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment, or visit fairview.org/Pine City. And if you're hurt or ill when the clinic is closed, turn to MHealth Fairview Urgent Care in North Branch. Find your doctor at fairview.org.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
At Town & Country Insurance, we recognize the value of teamwork and believe that hard work pays off both in sports and in life. We wish all the athletes competing this season good luck and encourage you to put your all into practice today to achieve victory tomorrow. Trust in teamwork. Trust in tomorrow. Contact Town & Country Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at towncountry-ins.com today for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
D&D Heating and Air Conditioning, the go-to company for your Amana heating and air conditioning needs. D&D Heating and Air Conditioning provides quality workmanship and superior service with professional, dependable, and knowledgeable technicians for your complete heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality products and systems. That's their promise to you. Now scheduling into 2021. Find D&D Heating online at deheatingcooling.com. D&D are here to answer all your HVAC equipment and indoor comfort questions and needs.
If you are looking for a new employment opportunity, you need to talk to Kevin or Todd at Morris Chevrolet Buick. Right now, they are hiring a lot manager. Responsibilities include cleaning and maintaining vehicles, moving and fueling the vehicles, and managing the overall quality of their lot. If you or someone you know is interested, stop by Morris Chevrolet Buick and talk to Kevin or Todd today. Start your new job with a new company that will treat you right. Apply today at Morris Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
The holidays are a time to reflect on what matters most to your family. And at Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, we have just the gift for your family and your home. Amazing worry-free water. Give your family spotless dishes, cleaner laundry, smooth, soft skin, and drinking water you can trust. And Aquarius Home Services can make the gift of a new Connecticut water system happen for 25% off. It all starts with a free water analysis. Go to ConnecticutMN.com and schedule today. Happy, safe holidays from Aquarius and Connecticut.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
Not every divorce or custody dispute requires a trial. In some cases, you can find a solution that works for both you and your spouse without going to court. Barry Law Offices can help you find that solution. Barry Law Offices has a qualified family law mediator on their team ready to serve you and your family. Everyone's situation is different. That's why Barry Law Offices work with you to put together an out-of-the-box solution for your family. For a free consultation, visit them online at barrylawoffices.com.
Monuments are everlasting commemoratives to show our appreciation for lives lived, moments given, and celebrations with loved ones. Braham Monument Company has helped countless families celebrate and commemorate lives and moments for over 110 years. So when you need them, they'll be there for you every step of the way with your monument selection. Check out their website at brammonument.com and see for yourself the amazing selection they have.
What does that Ski-Doo feeling sound like? Yeah, it sounds a little something like that. And now you can get that Ski-Doo feeling during our Yellow Tag event on now. Visit Casual Cycle in Mora or online at casualcycle.com and get up to $1,500 off select 2020 Summit 850 E-Tech models. Offer ends November 30th, 2020. Restrictions apply. Customer offers vary based on credit worthiness. See dealer for details.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get Kraft shredded or chunk cheese for $1.88. Get butter quarters for 2 for $4. Bakery Fresh dinner rolls are $2.99. And Best Choice Young Turkeys are 99 cents per pound with a $30 purchase. Limit 1 per customer. Deals are good this week only while supplies last, so hurry into your local grocery store. Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
Online. If you're sticking with us here for the post game, got a few stats to wrap up for you, and we'll get you out of here. Final score of game number 3, 25-4, a big time win by the Bombers in game number 3. Taking a look at the final stats for the game for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. They were led by Grace Balut, Michaela Ammerman, and Emily Staffney, each with 3 kills. Balut also chips in with an ace. Gracie Olson, Jana Leager, and Kennedy Cessna all have kills, as well as Riley Krieger. Krieger and Cessna also had an ace. Our player of the game tonight, though, is going to be, no surprise, really, Ashlyn Giffro. 12 kills and an ace on the night. Very big night for her. Following right behind her, Adelia Pearson, a really nice night as well. 7 kills and 5 aces. 4 kills and 2 aces for Julia Kunke. An ace and 3 kills for Tessa Burmaster, 3 kills for Brinley Sundermeyer. Ella Doble has 1 kill, 3 aces for Jody Baker on the night. Braham wins it 3-0, 25-11, 25-21, and 25-4 on the game. With the loss, Hinckley-Finlayson finishes their season at 3-6. Lots of tears out there between both teams as kind of a shocker. It's weird to be having tears on a game that you win, but just an abrupt end to the season and essentially the career of some of these girls as the seniors are basically done with their volleyball careers and not exactly the way they wanted to have their seasons wrap up. So with the loss to Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, as I mentioned, dropped to 3-6 on the year, and that's how they will finish. The Braham Bombers improved to 5-4. Our next matchup is going to be tomorrow night as we got a ton of games going on tomorrow night. Pine City and Malacca volleyball. I will have Onamia and Ogilvie volleyball. Also on the air will also be Braham and Deer River football and Pine City Foley football in our slate of 4 various games for the broadcast tomorrow night. I hope you can join us for some of those. I want to thank you for joining us for all of the games we've had throughout the course of the season. I want to thank all of our sponsors for jumping on board for this game and all of the games throughout the year. I want to thank everybody back at the studio helping us out for the various games that we've had. And, of course, you, our loyal listening audience, for checking with us and all of the different games that we are bringing. Until tomorrow night, for my game for being in Onamia, have a good night, everybody.